everyone, this is Allison from RunSignup and GiveSignup. We're going to be starting the webinar in about 1 minute. And get started. So today's webinar is about a really fun and exciting topic for us. It's about the RunSignup Facebook Fundraiser API integration. So basically a summary of today's webinar is going to be learning how your nonprofit and or your charity partners can raise more, save time, and save a lot of money. So first, what is Facebook fundraising? If you have a Facebook, you've definitely seen these around on your newsfeed, seen your friends posting them. So you can go onto your Facebook page now and you can choose to support a nonprofit. When you pick a nonprofit, you'll be able to search for the one that you want to fundraise for, and you'll be able to create a fundraiser. So this is just an example of a fundraiser that I created a couple weeks back for the school and the nonprofit that I used to work for in Tanzania. It's really easy to set up, it takes about 30 seconds. Facebook automatically asks you if you want to create a Facebook fundraiser when it's your birthday, and it's a really effective way to get donations for a cause that you care about. So what is the Facebook Fundraiser API? So the Facebook Fundraiser API connects any off-Facebook fundraisers to Facebook to help participants meet their fundraising goals faster by allowing them to easily reach their Facebook friends. So what this means is that through our integration with Facebook's Fundraiser API, a participant, when they're signing up for your race or choosing to fundraise for one of your charity partners, at the end of registration, after they've paid and confirmed that they're participating or confirmed that they are going to be a standalone fundraiser, there will be a pop-up message that they get, and it will say, create your fundraiser on Facebook. And if somebody chooses to do that, that will automatically create a synced Facebook fundraiser so that the amounts on their RunSignup Facebook page or fundraising page and the amount on their Facebook fundraising page are automatically in sync, and your fundraisers will be able to ask for donations both directly on their RunSignup fundraising page as well as through their Facebook. So to better explain and to show you guys what this is, I created a little test race, and I'm just going to go through the registration process to show you how this works. So in this race, I'm requiring everyone to become a fundraiser, and I've linked this Facebook fundraiser connection to the Semper Fi Fund. They were kind of our guinea pigs in this whole experiment that we've been doing. So becoming a fundraiser, I put in a fundraising goal. I have a pre-populated individual message here, and I have the option to join a team or create my own fundraising team. So I continue. I don't want to pay money, so I'm using my free coupon, and I will complete my registration. So once I complete my registration, I have a pop-up and it says, I can reach my goal faster with Facebook. So I'm going to click to create my fundraiser on Facebook. And I get a message and it says my fundraiser has been successfully created. Now this worked automatically because I'm already logged into Facebook on my laptop. If your user is not logged into Facebook on the device that they're registering from, there will be an additional step where they'll be asked to log into Facebook to authorize that connection between RunSignup and creating their Facebook Fundraiser API. So I'm going to go to my Facebook fundraiser to show you guys what that looks like. And so it's pulling in the information that was on my individual fundraising page. I forgot to upload a fundraising image, but that would be here. So now I can invite my friends to come and donate to my Facebook page on here. I will show you how that looks. You can click donate, The minimum amount that you can donate on Facebook is $5. And I already have my credit card saved on here. So it's super simple. All I have to do, type in the amount, and then I click donate to confirm my Facebook donation. And I will click done. And it automatically prompts me to invite my social network to come and donate as well. And you'll see right here, the $5 is automatically synced to my overall fundraising goal. So going back to here, you will see that my fundraising page now shows that I've raised $5 from one Facebook donation. So that is automatically pulling in the information and the donations that happen on Facebook into my RunSignup fundraising profile. The other place where this is going to show up is it's going to show up on my overall goal. It's going to show up as part of the money that my team fund has raised. And it's also going to show up on my race website. So we recently added a new data component for showing your top individual and top teams for your fundraising run, walk, ride. So if you go to your race dashboard and enable cover pages, this is one of the very cool things that you can do to better emphasize the fundraising aspect of your race. And you'll see here in this example, my $5 that I donated on Facebook not only shows up on my page, but it's also showing up automatically on my cover page. Just to show you guys another example of a cover page that is not pastel like mine is, this is a fundraising run put on by the Charleston Animal Society, and they are also using our new fundraiser data-driven component. This just has a little bit more information on here. They also are using the Facebook fundraiser integration, so the amounts that their fundraisers are raising are automatically getting pulled into this, this tally. So how can this help grow your donations and fundraising? So from that demo, you saw that it just takes a couple of clicks for me to, well, one click actually, to set up my Facebook fundraiser after I finished registering for the race. And it also took me 2 clicks to make a donation on Facebook and have that automatically sync everywhere. So you aren't doing anything. So the first benefit of Facebook fundraising for your nonprofit fundraising run, walk, ride is that on average, connected fundraisers raise over $150 through Facebook. And that's a statistic that's coming from Facebook. On our platform, we haven't started collecting aggregate statistics. Well, we are, but we don't have a way to easily pull that data. But the amounts have varied a lot. We have some fundraising run, walk, rides and charity bids that have much higher fundraising minimums and therefore raise a lot more per connected fundraiser. So that amount will definitely vary based on the type of run that you're doing. The second important thing about Facebook fundraising is it's going to save everyone a lot of time. It's going to save your fundraisers a lot of time because it is so simple to click a button, create a Facebook fundraiser, and have that automatically be put out to my entire social network, including people that I don't regularly interact with, but I happen to be Facebook friends with. Facebook's algorithm typically places those fundraisers at the very top of your page of your newsfeed, so it's being highlighted to everyone's social network. As an example, I asked a few people like Andrew and Bob and Johanna and Natalie to create fundraising pages for the demo, so there's a bit of data in there. And when I went onto Facebook, I had notifications that Andrew Burke and Bob Bickle are raising money for the Semper Fi Fund from their little test Facebook fundraisers. And later on, I will show you when we go through the reports how much money these guys actually got on their fake test Facebook donation pages. So it's really simple. Facebook does a really great job of notifying social networks that a Facebook fundraiser has been created. So a lot of the work of getting the word out there that somebody is fundraising has already just been automatically done for them. The other group that saves a lot of time are donors. So you can see how easy it was for me to make a donation on the Facebook platform. It's a seamless thing that takes place within a single platform. So instead of looking at somebody's Facebook fundraising URL that they've shared on Facebook and clicking through to the RunSignup or whatever platform that's on, and making a donation through there where I'm making several clicks, having to go get my credit card to put in the number. Instead, I'm able to stay on Facebook and I can make that donation in seconds rather than taking a minute or two. That's going to just attract a lot more donors to finish making their donation. And most importantly, this saves you time because your fundraisers are doing a ton of outreach for your nonprofit and for your fundraising run, walk, ride. And it also saves you time because the integration is automatically pulling in everything that's raised on Facebook into the RunSignup system, and it's automatically attributing any dollars raised on Facebook to the correct fundraiser. And so that makes it easy for you because you aren't manually having to import things that are happening on Facebook, because no matter what, your fundraisers are going to use Facebook fundraising because it's a really great tool for them. And then third, and also very important, this integration is going to save you money. So on RunSignup and GiveSignup, we have a flat 4% processing fee on all donations. We have the option for you to give your donors and your supporters the ability to absorb that processing fee. So for example, AACR, which is the charity partner for Philadelphia Marathon, has a pre-check checkbox on their donation page that says, I want to make my donation go farther by covering the processing fee. And when that option is enabled, we've seen the processing fee lower from about 4% to 1.9%. The most incredible thing is that the combination of enabling donor-covered fees and Facebook fundraising is that that donation processing fee lowers even more. So as an example, Marine Corps Marathon, who's been our first early adopter of Facebook fundraising, has lowered their processing fee to actually 0.4% on about $250,000 of donations. So they've only paid about $950 in processing fees for that many donations. So that's a really powerful way to really say to your fundraisers, like, yeah, 100% of the money is going directly to the cause, and it just makes your cost of getting that free race website, the free email marketing, the free cover page, the free CRM, even lower. Like it's a really great opportunity for your nonprofit to save a lot of money. This is a nice quote that Michelle from Semper Fi Fund sent in an email to us the other week. They've been having a lot of success with the Facebook donations. Their fundraisers are raising money for charity bibs, and they have really high minimums. And so Semper Fi Fund being able to give their fundraisers the opportunity to solicit for donations on Facebook to their entire social networks is really, really incredible, because their fundraisers will have a much higher success rate of meeting those goals that are pretty high. So how do you set up the Facebook fundraiser integration? So the first step is that you need to have a fundraising run, walk, ride in RunSignup to use the RunSignup Facebook fundraiser API integration. So that means that you need to have fundraising enabled for your race. The integration is not going to work if you're just asking for donations. You have to check the setting to allow your users to become fundraisers on the setup page. As best practices for Facebook fundraising. So when you create a Facebook fundraiser on Facebook, you're required to enter a bit of information. The three things that you're going to need to enter if you just create a fundraiser on Facebook are going to be the end date of the fundraiser, your overall goal for the fundraiser, and you're going to have to enter some text to show on your fundraising page that Facebook creates for you. Similarly, when we're sending over information through the integration via API, we are sending over the end date, which is going to be a few days out from the end of your race. we're sending over the goal and we're sending over the default individual fundraiser message or the customized fundraising message that somebody has on their page. So as a recommendation, we recommend making the sign-up process very easy for your users by adding a default individual goal that will be pulled over into Facebook. And of course, your fundraisers can go in and edit this goal if they want to raise more. And we also recommend adding in some default messaging that's going to appear on the fundraisers page. This is really nice. I recommend that every single race that has fundraising do this, because when people are signing up for your race, they may not want to take the time to add a custom message to their fundraising page. So you being able to add your own language and kind of give your fundraisers a head start is really useful, and it makes the integration even smoother. If you are a charity partner, you're not going to set up fundraising for your race, but you are going to have to accept your charity partner invitation so that you can access your charity partner dashboard. The reason you need to be able to access and have a charity partner dashboard is that is where you guys are going to be setting up your Facebook fundraiser integration. The second step of this is that you need to be approved for Facebook payments. So Facebook has multiple ways that they handle donation processing. And the only way that is acceptable to have access to the Facebook Fundraiser API is if you have a Facebook payment account set up. So you can verify if you are a nonprofit Facebook page admin, you can use this link here. And this is in blogs. This will be in follow-up materials that we send out after the webinar. But you can verify that your nonprofit has been approved for Facebook payments via this link. If your nonprofit is not approved for Facebook payments and you go through this link and you are a nonprofit Facebook page admin, you are going to be prompted to set up and enable Facebook payments. As a note, getting approved for Facebook payments is not an automatic process. Facebook is reviewing and underwriting those payment accounts, similar to like the process that you go through when you set up a new payment account on RunSignup. They want to make sure that the request is real, that your nonprofit is legitimate, and so they are having people actually go through and manually approve for Facebook payment accounts. So as a heads up, if you have an upcoming fundraising Run Walk Ride, or even an ongoing one, you're going to want to be starting this process as soon as possible. So just a quick extra demo to show you guys what this means. So this is the Semper Fi Fund's Facebook page, and they are approved for Facebook payments. The way that I know that they're approved for Facebook payments is they have this tab, and it's the Fundraisers tab. And I go here and I see that they have fundraisers. I can also create a fundraiser for them directly from this page, but they have this left-hand menu item called Fundraisers. And when I go to that fundraisers page link, I see that it's their page/fundraisers. This is another random nonprofit organization. So I go here and I see that I can easily create a fundraiser and I can fundraise for them. But I look in this left-hand menu and I don't see a menu tab for fundraisers. So as a double check, I'm going to type in fundraisers, and I get an error page. And it says, sorry, this content isn't available right now. So that means that this nonprofit has not been approved for Facebook payments, and they would need to go to the link provided here to follow the steps to enable their Facebook payments. That check that I just completed is what our info at team is looking at when you guys submit your requests for Facebook fundraising. So they go to the page that you have submitted and they make a check to see if this URL is valid and if you have that left-hand menu item for fundraisers. And if you don't, our info at team is going to send you the step-by-step instructions on what you need to do to enable Facebook payments for your nonprofit. So the third and final step is that you are going to submit your Facebook page for approval. For races, this is going to mean navigating to the tab under donation/fundraising that's called Facebook Fundraisers. And for charity partners, that's going to be going to your Facebook fundraising tab on your charity partner dashboard and clicking setup. What you're going to be doing is entering your Facebook page ID. So that can either be Semper5Fund or it can be the whole URL of facebook.com/Semper5Fund. So you're going to paste that into the first box here, and you're going to click Facebook Fundraiser Settings to save that and to submit your request. There are optional fields to include your Facebook app ID and your app secret. If you have those and you know what they are, you're more than welcome to supply that information. Right now, we do not have the support guides to explain the process of how to create a Facebook app and get the ID and secret. But we have regular meetings with Facebook. That's something that we've mentioned to them, and hopefully in the next several months, that's something that they will be able to make more accessible. So once you submit your request, that request is being reviewed by our info@, team, and they are just checking to make sure that you are approved for Facebook payments. If you're approved, then they forward the request to Facebook. Facebook has to manually review and whitelist each of the requests for this integration to be enabled. While we found that the time of enabling it has definitely sped up, it is still a manual process, so please keep that in mind. So for example, if you have a fundraising run walk ride that's opening registration next year in January, don't wait to do this. Just do this now. Go to enable your integration. It's something that you're going to do once. It's not going to be impacted by race renewals or anything. So if you do it one time, it's going to be good for forever, as long as you want it to be turned on. But once you've been approved by Facebook for the integration, you're going to see on this screen that there's a green integration enabled message. Our info@ team is also starting a process where they now reach out via email to nonprofits who have the app approved, so that you just get a quick notification once it's been turned on for your races or for your charity partner. So the next part of this is going to be talking about how you can manage your Facebook fundraiser integration. So what do you see in your reports when you go into your donation report for your race? Right now, you're going to see the name of your fund or of your donor. So if it's made on RunSignup, you're going to see the name of the donor, but if it's made from the Facebook integration, the name is going to appear as Facebook donation. The other information you're going to get on your reports is the amount of the donation, the fundraiser it's associated with, and the date and time when the donation was made on Facebook. What do you not see in your reports? You are not going to see the Facebook donor's name. You're not going to see the Facebook donor's email. In the future, we will bring over this data via a unique user hash if the donor decides to provide it on Facebook. It's really important to understand that Facebook does not require the donor to submit any information. The ability to provide an email address is completely optional, so it's a very, very low percentage of Facebook donors that want to provide their email address. Facebook does this because of privacy laws and regulations that are really important. And obviously, no nonprofit or no company like RunSignup is ever going to change, really important privacy laws for the biggest company. But I think the important thing to remember when you're thinking about what you're losing, like you're losing the donors' names and emails, so you're not going to be able to follow up with thank you emails and try to cultivate them into long-term donors. But you really need to look at this integration as a way to help your fundraisers. Your fundraisers have fundraising goals, and right now, Facebook fundraising is the best and easiest way to reach these goals for your fundraisers. It makes it easy to ask for donations. It makes it easy for your fundraisers to thank their donors. And you also kind of need to consider, would you even be getting all these Facebook donors in the first place if you didn't have the integration enabled? And so even though you are losing out on a bit of information, I think it's really important to see this integration primarily as a way to help your fundraisers, who are your true supporters and advocates, because they are the people who are getting the message about your mission and your event out to their social networks. So just to quickly demo what these reports look like on the back end. So this is my my test race that I put together for this webinar, and this is the donation report. And you'll see that donation that I just made during the demo, the $5, shows up in my donation report. It's synced to my fundraiser. You'll also see that Bob got quite a few donations on Facebook. When he posted this, I asked, yeah, people just got a little bit too many Facebook donations for this test webinar, which shows you how great and how effective Facebook donations and fundraising really is. The nice thing about this donation report is that you can download the report as a CSV file, and when you get that report, you can actually reconcile with your Facebook reports based on the amount of the donation, as well as the donation date and time that it's been made. So you can just create a filter, only show your Facebook donations on this report, and if you need to reconcile with what's coming into your Facebook fundraiser report through Facebook payments, this is the best way to do it. Just as a clarification, any donation that's made on RunSignup, so Natalie's $10 donation, is going to be processed on RunSignup. It's going to show in RunSignup financial reports, and the financial information is going to show in your donation reports. Donations that are made on Facebook are not processed by RunSignup. They're processed by Facebook, and they're going to show up in Facebook's financial reports for your nonprofit. And the financial information beyond the amount of the donation is not going to appear in RunSignup's reports. So this is one place where you're going to be able to find them. The other place that Facebook donations are going to show is here in your manual donations report. So all these are being added as manual imported donations happening automatically. But this is the other place where you're going to be able to look and see how many Facebook donations are coming in to your race. Similarly, on the charity partner side, you're going to be able to look at the manual donations page on your charity report, and you'll be able to see the Facebook donations that are coming in for your nonprofit. You can also export your donation list from your charity partner dashboard, and that's also going to show a similar export with your Facebook donations broken down. So the current reporting is sufficient, and it's, you're getting the benefits of Facebook social network. You have 0 processing fees on Facebook because they cover those. So the advantages are numerous, but we are working to bring you better reporting in the next several weeks. So the first thing that we're going to be adding is I don't know, Andrew, who's working on building this for you guys, is calling it this a splash page. So it's going to give you some overall statistics on your Facebook fundraising that you can quickly look at. So the one that we really like looking at is your processing rate on fundraiser donations overall. So this is taking the aggregate of all of your donations that are happening on RunSignup and Facebook and showing you what your processing fee is. And as we've seen, when you have Facebook fundraising enabled, it's going to bring it down from our standard 4%. You're also going to be able to see the amounts that you're raising on Facebook versus RunSignup, the number of donations on Facebook versus RunSignup, and you're also going to be able to see the number of fundraisers who have created synced Facebook fundraisers for your race, as well as the percentage that have created those Facebook fundraisers. The next thing that Andrew is working on building right now are the Facebook-enabled fundraiser reports. So this is going to be a report of all of your connected fundraisers who have a connected Facebook fundraiser. At the top of the page, you're going to have a number of different search fields. So you can look for a specific fundraiser, or you can even search for fundraisers who have raised more or less than a certain amount. The Facebook fundraiser report is going to be pulling in the Facebook fundraisers link to their Facebook fundraising page, as well as their RunSignup fundraising page. You're going to be able to see the total amount that they've raised and how many donations, as well as the breakdowns on what's been raised on Facebook versus what's been raised on RunSignup and how far they are towards accomplishing their goal. The nice thing about this is you're going to be able to export this as a CSV, and you'll be able to use that independently to take the information out of the system and bring it into anything else that you use. The other thing that you have is the donation report. So this is going to be a report of all the donations that are made on Facebook that are synced to your race. And this is nice because you can look up a specific donation by the ID that you have for it from Facebook and find it in your RunSignup reports. Similarly, you'll also be able to export this report. Charity partner reports are basically going to look the same as the other two, except it's going to have the addition of a column for the race, because a charity partner could be associated with multiple races. And there's going to be a column for the race in the report. This is going to be nice for any sort of charity partners that either use us for multiple races or charity partners that roll up their Facebook fundraisers into a national account. This will be easy to break down and submit to finances with a specific label for the race that's attached to a specific fundraising donation that's coming to Facebook. That allows branches of a national nonprofit to claim credit for the Facebook donations that they have created in an easy to communicate way. And similarly, all these reports are going to be able to be exported. The other thing that's going to happen in the future is that we're going to be sharing our summary statistics on the impact of Facebook fundraisers for the fundraising run, walk, rides and charity partners on our platform. That's probably going to be coming out in small doses as we, have individual success stories about Facebook fundraising, but it's also going to be a part of our annual race trends report that we'll be coming out with in 2020. And then Facebook let us know that they're going to be releasing a guide on how to maximize the benefits of Facebook fundraising for your nonprofit at some point in the next 1 to 2 months. And once that's become available, we will be sharing with all of you guys. The other thing to mention is that right now on the GiveSignup side of things, we have built donation websites. Over the coming months, we're going to be adding the ability to become a fundraiser from the donation website, as well as the ability to create time-limited fundraising campaigns. The exciting thing about that is that the same integration that we've built for races and for charity partners is going to be extended to those new features that are GiveSignup specific. So we're really excited about that and our continued future and just the growth in fundraising that we can deliver to our customers. So thank you for attending the webinar, and I'm going to answer any questions.
So I've been asked this question several times. So how much does this cost to turn on?
Oh, I didn't mention that. This is free to turn on. So the way that we do development at RunSignup is that when we build a feature, we make it available to every single race and, well, every single charity partner. So everyone can turn this on. There is no cost to turn on the Facebook fundraising integration.
So if somebody donates on Facebook, what does RunSignup get out of that?
We get the data submitted to us through the API that we can attribute to your fundraiser. So we...
But what, do you make money on that?
No, we don't make any money on it. So donations that are processed on Facebook and are connected through a Facebook fundraiser, there is no processing fee because Facebook is doing a lot of social good by covering all the processing fees for donations on their platform. And I think that's a really incredible thing that they're doing. I'm really glad that they're doing it because it does benefit a lot of nonprofits and can help you guys, save money.
So if people might have made that donation on the RunSignup platform, RunSignup could have made money on it. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, so we make money from registration and from ticket processing fees. And our donation processing fees are a lot lower than our registration and ticket processing fees. We didn't want to make money just off of donations. And so us losing a little bit of money from processing fees on donations doesn't really impact our business at all. We think by delivering, really great features and keeping you guys ahead of trends, by being one of the first platforms to offer Facebook fundraising and also setting the trend that this should be something that, technology platforms should offer for free. We think it just benefits nonprofits, and it's going to make you guys use us for more of your runs and more of your donation websites and more of your ticketed events. And also hopefully make you feel good about recommending us to your nonprofit friends.
Do you have any data on how fast Facebook pays the nonprofits?
I don't know the exact schedule. And the reason I don't know is because it's a different schedule based on what payment method you're using on Facebook. So if you are not connected to Facebook payments, the payout schedule is a lot less frequent. Whereas if you do enable Facebook payments, your reporting is going to be better. And I think they have a more regularly scheduled payment option. And I can't remember, but off the top of my head, I want to say it's every 2 weeks, but it could be every month.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's monthly or bi-weekly.
Yeah, I mean,
it's one of those. So you may not get quite as fast a payment as you get from RunSignup, but you probably get more. So if I've already created a fundraising on Facebook, is there any way to connect that to my RunSignup Facebook fundraising?
No, there is not a way to retroactively connect a fundraiser that's already been created on Facebook independent of RunSignup. However, in this case, I would recommend a specific process. So I would add the donations that your fundraiser has already had on Facebook as manual donations. And we make that really easy to do. You can add manual donations. You can just say this is from Facebook here. You can put in the amount and you can choose the fundraiser that you want to associate those donations with. Then have your fundraiser and that Facebook or that fundraiser they have going on Facebook. They can come to their RunSignup fundraising page. And I asked Matt to sign up without creating a synced Facebook fundraiser to show this. So when Matt signed up, he did not create a synced Facebook fundraiser, I think because he's not on Facebook. But if he did happen to go back on Facebook, he could come to his fundraising page and he has the option to still create his fundraiser on Facebook. This is also really useful if you're in the middle of registration. You can still enable Facebook fundraising and you can take full advantage of it. So as an example, Marine Corps Marathon enabled the integration like halfway through their charity bid fundraising process. They sent out an email to their fundraisers. We have a guide on how your existing fundraisers can create a Facebook fundraiser from their page. And they sent that guide out and they had a number of their fundraisers log into RunSignup and create their Facebook fundraisers.
So I know you're going to be putting stats out on this, but anecdotally, what have customers like Base to Space and Semper Fi funds seen in terms of the volume of donations through Facebook fundraisers versus others? Is it like less than 10%, or is it seem to be a lot more than that?
So I don't think I can give a super accurate answer to this. So Base to Space and Semper Fi Fund are some of our bigger fundraising customers, and they have higher goals, but they both did enable the integration midway through their registration process. And I do think it is a bit more powerful if it's at the beginning and you capture everyone fundraising. That being said, I know that for the Marine Corps Marathon bid fundraising, this was from a few weeks back, the last time I checked, but they had raised about $20,000 on Facebook fundraising alone over a period of about 3 to 4 weeks. So it does have a really big impact in terms of increasing the amount raised for your nonprofit.
Yeah, anecdotally, I was looking through some of the reports on those and just kind of scrolling through the donations. It seemed like it was like 30% and up. It was staggering to me to see the volume of donations that came through Facebook fundraising. And then the little personal anecdote of what happened yesterday to me is I did this as a test, and I actually put test, at the title of it. And within an hour, I had $150 or $160 donated. It's just interesting to see the viral nature that Facebook can bring to this. I think it's a really, really powerful tool for nonprofits. The fact that we're doing it for free, the fact that there's zero processing fee, the downside is zero in my opinion.
Yeah, and okay, Natalie's watching this webinar, but even though she's watching it, she did just make an $8 donation to my fundraiser on Facebook. And so now I can see my amount has actually increased from $5 to $13 just during this time of the webinar, which is cool. And yeah, Bob's $175 from his test fundraiser is also
and
pretty
Natalie
cool.
Just sent me a note too. Natalie, she's always on top of it. Semper Fi Fund is in the neighborhood of 10% of the total dollar amount given, even though they turned it on halfway through things. So impressive.
I think the other thing I kind of wanted to mention in terms of maximizing the benefits of Facebook fundraising. So I'm excited to see what Facebook is able to provide to nonprofits in terms of best practices and creative ideas. But one of the points that we made earlier in this webinar is that, the key to this integration is helping our fundraisers reach their goals. And so even though you're not going to be able to reach out to all of your Facebook donors because you just don't have their data, one of the really cool things you can do is you can get your information for your fundraisers who've actually enabled Facebook fundraisers. And you can email them a reminder to say thank you to your Facebook donors, or you can send them some content that they can share with their Facebook donors on Facebook, and just make it easy for them to interact with, the donations that they're getting on Facebook. I'd say that's like a really, it's a different strategy than like the typical and, general way that you would cultivate relationships with potential donors and try to turn them into long-term supporters. But it's still an interesting thing to experiment with.
I think that's kind of all the questions that we have. There is a note from Brad Jones saying that Hope doesn't have a Facebook page because she's a dog.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, thanks for that overview.
Yeah, thank you guys for attending. Again, it's completely free to enable the integration for your race or for your charity partner. I highly recommend doing it because it's going to have significant impacts on the amount that your nonprofit raises. It's going to save you a lot of time. It's going to save your fundraisers a lot of time, and it's just going to make everyone a lot happier. And over the next couple of weeks, we'll be really excited to release the improved reporting for the Facebook fundraiser integration. Thank you.